I'm Susie Hassan, and I'm the Gadget Queen. I've got a gadget for just about everything. And on today's episode, it's all about pineapples. Wait till you see the gadgets I have to make this fantastic shrimp pineapple bowl that you are going to love. And then, because of course it's all about royalty here on Gadget Queen, a pineapple fit for a queen with a caramel crown royal pineapple. Let's get started. Okay, so I have to start off with the crown caramel pineapple because again, it's all about royalty here on the Gadget Queen. I even gave it its own crown. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, so we know it's all about gadgets, and for this, I've got this really cool little pineapple eye peeler. Now, this is actually for the little pits in a pineapple that you pop out. Okay, so this is going to be a big situation here because we definitely want the pits out of this thing, because when we're going to showcase this, it's going to be a beautiful glazed pineapple that's just dripping with brown sugar and balsamic vinegar glaze. Oh my God, it's going to be so good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start off. Now the first thing you want to do is to actually take off the top of that pineapple. So I'm just going to go ahead and just take off that top and cut it like you normally would. Okay. So set that to the side, and then I'm gonna go ahead and then take off the sides. So usually we've all done this, and what you're left with are all of those eyes. So I'm gonna be taking off those eyes here in 1 second. Once I love pineapple. So now you see here, we have these little pineapple eyes. Now, usually in our everyday lives, we don't want to poke people's eyes out, but in this case, we're actually going to poke its eyes out. It's not a big deal. We're actually wanting to do it. Okay, so every time here you see this little eye, you're going to pop it in, just twist and take it out. And so we're going to do that through the whole way because we really want this beautiful pineapple scene here. Plus, it also makes it easier to eat. But of course, with the presentation that this recipe calls for, it just really adds a lot to the pineapple. So that way when we put our drizzle in, the drizzle actually sits in these little holes. And this is one of those things, it's like a really great summer idea when you're having a lot of people over to entertain and you want that one special thing, you know, that makes you look all fancy. The caramel crown pineapple really is it, okay? So now that I have my pineapple already done, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just take off the bottom here. There we go. Okay, now here's my pineapple. So now it's all about the glaze. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all of my ingredients back here. One of my favorite things that I love about this recipe is you can use a couple different things when you're using the honey. So if you want to use molasses, you can use molasses. But in this case, you can use honey, but I'm actually using syrup. So you can use syrup as well. Now the syrup I'm using is actually a Vicky Cakes, and Vicky Cakes is all about kind of the southern feel. And so I really like the flavor profile of her syrup because it's kind of like this honey syrup. So it works perfectly for the glaze that I'm doing here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start on this fabulous glaze. So we're gonna get our pan here. We're gonna do a little medium heat. Okay, so this glaze is super easy to do, and you can change it up how you want, but this is how we're gonna do it today. You're gonna do about 1 tablespoon of water, and then 1 cup of brown sugar. And then all we're gonna do is we're gonna take my little whisk guy. You know, because here in the Gadget Queen kitchen, it's not just a regular whisk. He's got to be a little guy, you know, because it's fun. It's just fun. It just makes it fun. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and whisk this until this is about the color of a shiny, rusty penny. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of keep whisking it here. All right. All right, so here we go. It's starting to bubble up here. Oh my gosh, it's smelling so good. All right, I'm gonna get my Vicky Cake syrup ready. All right, now I'm gonna put my whisk away, and I got my wooden spoon because now I really want to start to kind of do more of a soft incorporation. All right, pop this in here. All right, that's starting to go. Okay, so my glaze is starting to bubble up, so it looks like I'm ready for the syrup as well as the balsamic vinegar. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a little swirl here with my spoon. And because it is such a sticky, a little bit of a mess, I actually busted out my Spoon Betty here today. This is from our friends at Monkey Business. So that way you don't get the countertop all messy. So it's a little Spoon Betty. So I'm gonna pop a little spoon right there. And then here, I'm gonna go ahead and add my Vicky Cakes syrup. Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna add my little balsamic vinegar. Here we go. Just a little bit of that. And then you hit it with a punch of paprika. Not too much, just a smidge, okay? Just a smidge, people. All right, so then I got my spoon ready to go. All right, oh, this glaze is looking so good. My oven is ready to go. My glaze is ready to go. All right, now I'm gonna actually pop my pineapple onto a cast iron skillet. You can use any kind of pan that you want or any kind of baking dish that you want, but for me, I'm gonna use actually the Uni cast iron skillet because I want it to be able to really kind of crisp on that bottom because I love when pineapple is just juicy and brown. It's gonna be so, so good. All right, so now my glaze is ready. Turn that heat off. All right, so I've got my pineapple here on my Uni skillet. Now you can actually put your pineapple on anything you want. You can put it on a baking dish or a sheet pan. For me, I just really love a cast iron skillet, and Uni makes some really cool ones, and I love the shape of this because it's just exactly the perfect shape that I need. So for this, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pour the glaze all over the pineapple. Oh my God, this is gonna be just so good. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Now, here's what's gonna happen. When you pop this in the oven for about 40 minutes, that glaze is gonna get real thick. And you're gonna come in about 15 and 20 minutes, and you're gonna actually scoop up some of that glaze that's on the bottom, and you're gonna go ahead and put it onto the top. And you're gonna do that for the end as well when you were talking about presentation. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put the rest of it on the top. And that, oh my God, that is gonna be so amazing. All right. Okay, so I've got my oven here at 350, so I'm ready to go. I'm gonna pop my pineapple crown in. And then, oh my God, it looks so good. Okay, here we go. Okay, so for my recipe today, I am doing a shrimp pineapple bowl, and our shrimp is actually from our friends at Happy to Meet You. What they do is they actually usually provide to 5-star restaurants, but recently they've been allowing the regular guy to actually get their hands on the 5-star restaurant meat. And I'm gonna show you the difference too really quick. So here's our shrimp we're using today, which is actually from Argentina. So it's a well-traveled piece of shrimp, all right? So now what you're gonna notice in the difference in Happy to Meet You shrimp is that they're actually pink. And if you take a look at it next to a regular shrimp that we all get from the store, a regular shrimp actually looks a little grayish, just because it's just not the same quality and of course a different region of the world. So that's why when you already see this shrimp, you might even think it's already cooked, but it's just because it's a beautiful, fresh pink color that you can only get from this Argentinian shrimp. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start the marinade for this shrimp, and it's all about this great coconut feel here along with the cooked pineapple I'm gonna add here in a little bit. All right, so the marinade, all you're gonna do is just add a little bit of coconut milk, all right? And then we're gonna do a little bit of paprika. Don't go crazy now. A little bit of that cumin, a little bit of salt. Okay. All right, now we're gonna need a little bit of lime juice. What we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna use our Mr. Juice Bruce, okay? I didn't come up with his name. His name is Bruce. That's what Monkey Business named him. That's the company, okay? So, Juice Bruce. Thanks, Bruce. All right, so Bruce goes back down. I'm gonna get my little husband, my whisk husband, because we're matching today. All right, and I'm just gonna whisk this around. And incorporate that. Got my lime, my coconut. I'm taking a little vacation here. I'm gonna add my shrimp in here. All right, just add them whole. Pop them in, pop them in. All right, looking fresh. All right. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and give them another little stir. Now it's ready to go. Okay, so now if you want, for really the best way to get the marinade flavor, pop it in the fridge for at least 1 to 2 hours. If you can't spare 1 to 2 hours, at least give a girl 15, 20 minutes, okay? Let it really just sit in there, and then it should be good to go. All right, so we're gonna pop it in the fridge for about 15, 20 minutes because I have got to get going, and then we'll pop it right back out. Okay, so while my shrimp is marinating, I am gonna go ahead and get the pineapple started. So we wanna go ahead and core this pineapple. Every time we see pineapple, we go for the one that's already cut because it's easier. And then you look at the price tag and you're like, $6? I don't think so. And then you look at a regular pineapple, it's $3, and you're like, that's more reasonable, but the work, okay? But I'm gonna show you now, it's gonna be super quick and easy with this really slick core that I just found. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop that pineapple top off. I'm gonna take off the bottom. So I'm just gonna pop this right in, and you can see it just goes right in. I don't have to, you know, really fight with the pineapple at all. This is exactly the type of quality you get when you buy it at the grocery store when it's already sliced. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop it down. You can see the rings are starting to get made. Feels like I'm up to the bottom there. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and just pop it up. Pop that up. Look at that. It's perfectly cored pineapple. Oh my God, guys, this is amazing. Okay, so now how do we get this off? Now, there are a lot of other gadgets out there that you're kind of just stuck with the pineapple on the stick. This company, though, they actually allow you to take off the top part of the handle, so that way you can actually get to the slices. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pop that down. I mean, this is literally what you're buying at the grocery store. Actually, even better, because sometimes they don't even cut it for you. It's just a whole big chunk. So this is actually already ready to go.
Quality, prime, fresh meats, cut fresh and delivered fast straight to your door. With Happy to Meet You, we help you bring the steakhouse to your house. The mission is simple: to deliver delicious premium meats while guaranteeing freshness at a great value, all delivered straight to your home with 100% satisfaction guaranteed, because after all, we have our reputation at stake. For more information on our premium selections and how to order, go to www.happytomeetyou.com.
All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and slice this down. Now it's already sliced into ringlets, so you can keep it as ringlets if you're just kind of eating it as a snack, or if you want to grill them that way, you can. But for me, I'm actually going to slice them because remember, I am putting this in with my shrimp, so I need them sliced and diced. All right, so all right, so now it's to our cast iron skillet where we're gonna cook the pineapple up along with our marinated shrimp. All right, now in the Gadget kitchen, you can't just use regular tongs, okay? So here we have King Tong. Oh my God, look at his little face. Actually, look at his big angry face because he's King Tong. All right, this is again another monkey business. And when you look at his mouth, when you squeeze him, the mouth opens. All right, so I'm gonna pop my butter here into my uni skillet, my uni cast iron skillet, I should say. Get my butter going here. Oh my gosh, I love cooking in a cast iron skillet because you just get all those delicious nooks and crannies. That butter just melts so good. All right. My butter is just about melted. Get that guy in there. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my chopped pineapple, or my sliced pineapple, I should say. And we're gonna wait till that just gets a nice little browning. And then after that, we're gonna add our shrimp in here. Ooh, my pineapple is looking good. All right, starting to really get beautiful and brown. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop my shrimp in there. Oh yeah, that is looking so good. Now I like to keep my shrimp and pineapple together just for a second so you can really get that flavor profile just kind of coming together there. All right, get my shrimp here. Add another one, another shrimp guy. All right. Okay, I think my little shrimpers are good to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring them over. Oh my God! Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, so when we plate this, it's gonna look like, oh my God, 5-star quality. Okay, so here we actually used a really quick microwave rice cooker because here in the Gadget Kitchen, we don't have time for all that boiling water business. Okay, so we just pop it in that rice cooker, cooks it perfectly in 15 minutes. Now for my rice here, I used jasmine rice and I popped in a little bit of coconut milk in with the water. So I did half coconut milk and half water. So that's gonna give your rice just a little bit more kind of creaminess to it. You're gonna get a lot of flavor, a lot of, it's gonna be so fragrant, especially with that jasmine rice. I mean, I guess you could use a regular bowl, but what would be the fun of that? All right, so I'm gonna pop in my shrimp, pineapple here. Oh my God, this is looking so good. Oh my God, the crew is so excited about this. They're gonna dig in here in a minute. Pop that little shrimper there. I'm gonna top this off with some cashews. Now I'm gonna add in a little bit of cilantro. I'm just gonna pop that in there. Actually, you know what? Let's chop up some of this bad boy here. Let's just get a little chop. Okay, not a ton, but just a little. Pop that right onto the top. And there you have a fabulous shrimp pineapple bowl. So the pineapple turns into the bowl, so less dishes, which is amazing. Okay, and I do think I smell the caramel crown pineapple. That is just about done. So when we come back, I'm gonna pop it out of the oven and show you this beautiful dessert. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle my caramel crown pineapple. And because you got all the syrup and everything else, you don't want the big mess on the kitchen counter. So I got my little spoon Betty. I think you remember her from earlier with my wooden spoon, but here I've got her holding my syrup, my Vicky Cake syrup concoction. Here we go, okay. Now, of course, it's really best when it's served warm, but if you end up wanting to save this for the next day, it actually is gonna taste just like pineapple upside down cake, but without the cake. And so it's just, all the flavors just really melt together in this, and so you have this really great dessert. So now, just a couple pineapples, and you don't have to be intimidated at the grocery store. You can chop it up, get your great pineapple bowl, and then use it whole, and have this beautiful pineapple dessert. So today it's been all about shrimp from our friends at Happy to Meet You. And we have one more really great shrimp dish coming right up from our friend and national TV host and expert foodie, Stacy Stoffer. Stacy, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Susie. Because we're working with this great shrimp from Happy to Meet You, and since you diced me some pineapple, I'm in the mood for shrimp tacos, Hawaiian style. This is actually a dish that I make for my family all the time, and it's really super and simple. We're gonna use one pan to do it, but first I wanna prep my shrimp. The shrimp from Argentina actually are interesting because their natural color is pink. So you think they're cooked already because they're not the blue color that you're used to seeing, but that just means it's a sweeter, thought to be the sweetest shrimp around in the world. Happy to Meet You is this great company out of Chicago. Before COVID, they actually only supplied meat and seafood are all prime, so you're getting top quality. What you'd pay in a 5-star restaurant, you're getting to serve to your family at home. Now that I cut my shrimp, I put it in a bowl, and now I'm going to add some seasoning, and it's pretty simple. We're gonna add a little bit of chili powder, about a tablespoon or 2 of soy sauce. I like low sodium best because it's not as salty. A little bit, you ready for the heat? Sriracha. Don't worry, even the people who can't take the heat won't feel this because it's gonna blend in really well with the other ingredients. And then finally, we're gonna take some garlic. Now you can chop this, but what I really love about the garlic, or what I like to do with garlic, is I really like to grate it, because it really kind of liquefies over your dish and makes for a smoother flavor. You don't have to worry about anybody getting that big hunk of garlic and then having dragon's breath the rest of the night. So I just grate it down. I'm using a microplane. You can use a fine cheese grater if you don't have a microplane. And just get that in there. And this is pretty much the seasoning. I'm gonna add a little olive oil to this, and then our shrimp is seasoned and ready to go. Just like that. Make sure you get the underneath too if you're using the microplane. Nice. All right. A little bit of olive oil, or you could use avocado oil. And then a little bit of the kosher salt. And now we'll just give it a stir and get all of this to combine. So the shrimp is done. We're gonna set this aside to chop up about 2 cups of pineapple for me in nice chunks. We're gonna add that to a bowl. And then what we're gonna do is take a shallot. So we're gonna I already peeled the shallot. I'm just gonna take a flat end and I'm gonna slowly go over this. Probably about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch thin. Look how thin that is. Ooh, that's money, honey. About a cup or 2, and I add that in. Now you could easily take raw corn and throw it on the grill and char it. We're gonna need this for our crema sauce that we're going to make. And I just get the oils from the pineapple and the corn over that poblano. Now we're ready to toss everything in our sheet pan. All right. The shrimp, pineapple, corn mixture. So you get as much as you want, right? Top it with a little chopped avocado. Is shrimp tacos Hawaiian style. Now, Susie, back to you.
Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been all about pineapples. I even dressed for the occasion. So I am ready to dig in to my shrimp pineapple bowl and my caramel crown pineapple. Everything looks so good and everything was so easy to make in my Gadget Kitchen. Don't forget to follow us at Gadget Queen TV on Instagram and Susie Hassan TV if you want to follow me. Personally, you can see all of the fun adventures I have in the kitchen. And that's why they call me the Gadget Queen. I'll see you next time.